Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farm Sim 17. And we are back here in Kootenay. Yes, indeed. And I had hoped to get a front-mounted windrower that would allow me to gather these in one go. Unfortunately, other than ones that kept leading me to sites like uploaded.net, where I'm done with that. Completely done with dealing with horrifying sites like that, where you have to go through it 30 times to get a proper link. This was the only thing I could find, and, well, unfortunately, it in fact does a worse job. I mean, not only does it set the road to the side, so you'd have to come back over it a second time anyway, but it gets overwhelmed. And by that I mean it eventually reaches a point where it's pretty much buried underneath, and it's producing a row that's almost twice as wide as this original row. So, yeah. The only reason I haven't bothered to get rid of it yet is I thought I'd give you guys a little demonstration of it. But as I've already messed this row up, I thought I would just try and pick up as much of it as I could. And settle for the fact I'm going to have to do 2 runs on every row to actually get stuff picked up. There we go. So yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it's kind of what I wanted. The only other thing I could find was built by a company called Nadir, N-A-D-I-R, and it was exactly what I thought. You know, when for a while there was this trend that every forage wagon had its own windrow thing built onto it, and then all the balers started having it built onto it? Well, it was that kind of a deal, where basically a little windrow header at a V shape would drop in front of your, well, in this case tractor, but before, baler or forage wagon. Some of them ridiculous, that would do 10 rows at a time. But even the more normal ones, they, like I said, looked like a V shape, and they basically funneled it into a narrow row between your tractor wheels. But yeah, the only versions of that I could find, as I said, unfortunately, were tied to uploaded.net or some other disgusting site. None of them were actually being carried on the mod site. This one I actually got at Mod Hosters. I found a couple of others at the whatever it is, mods.net or whatever it is, the one that I use quite often. I've actually linked it in a couple of my episodes. But unfortunately, that one, as I've slowly learning, has a very, very broken search function. So you can't always rely on the fact that if you were on a FS17 page and you search, say, windrowers, that the ones it would show you would necessarily be for FS17. So yeah, the one that I was looking for in yesterday's episode, when I went back and looked at it, although it doesn't say it really directly anywhere on it, it was actually in a comment that had been made on it that someone referred to it not working properly. They were doing something, and they happened to mention that they're, this is the only FS15 map I've had an issue with, but as soon as I load this unit, it crashes. And so I had a little closer look, and the thing had been made about 4 months before FS17 was released. So yeah, it was an FS15 mod, unfortunately. So we'll not be using it. But it was a Pottinger as well, but it was built like the Nadir, where it would sort of funnel things between your tractor tires. But yeah, as for FS17, didn't have a lot of luck. Other than I said, really, sites where you have to want the thing so bad you're willing to risk who knows what in malware and you name it. That's kind of unusual. A huge truck has just pulled up in our parking lot. Hang on a sec here, guys. Alrighty, sorry about that, guys. I don't know why it is, but ever since I've moved in here, when a delivery shows up or someone who doesn't know where they want to be shows up, for some reason they come and bang on my door. I'm not in any sort of location where you would think this is the manager's apartment. There's no indicating that it is. I mean, it's apartment 9. Even the number doesn't, why would you figure the manager would live in apartment 9 as opposed to apartment 1? Or something like that. But yeah. So now when I see something like that, like an unfamiliar delivery vehicle, yeah, I usually just go to the door, and sure enough. Alright, do you know where apartment 7 is? Yeah, it's obviously not here. This is apartment 9. So, anyway, they have been sent on their way. Wow. We got 1.5 rows, and we're at 160,000 liters. That's adding up. Good thing I expanded this. Can you imagine if we had to actually every 35,000 head back? We would have already made, how many trips? 6. Yeah, I think it was worth adding a 0 to the score here. But the other thing is you see, everything seems to be fairly well behaving right now. When I try and pick up the full rows with this wagon, it's just about rolling over. Like these windrows, there's too much in them. There just is. And I don't know if it's a function of that particular... I didn't have this issue when I used the little harvester. Mind you, it was only harvesting, 4 meters at a time. This one was doing double that. But yeah, it's literally so much that this forage wagon actually tips up on 2 wheels constantly from side to side as you try and pick the rows up. So, quit being so nervous, kiddies. It's not for us. Crazy kitties. Yeah, you can see why I was anxious, though, to scoop this up and get it done. Like I say, the crop may not have amounted to all that much, and is certainly not going to make us rich, but the amount of usable straw is nuts. Unfortunately, like I said, I've got to suck it up half a row at a time. And see, the forage wagon's even fine with doing the... Oh man, this is going to be a bump. It's fine with doing the half row. But if I went to the middle and tried to do the whole thing, yeah, it causes it to tip over. Probably just as well. Oh great, now we've got an ice cream truck. I don't know why they do that. For the last couple of years, they've been coming up into the apartment parking lot and sitting in the parking lot for 5 minutes with that thing going. There are absolutely no kids that live in this building. I have never seen anyone go out and buy an ice cream from the truck. Unreal. So he's going to sit right there with everybody's windows open and blast that horrible I love it. I love it. Oh, hey, right on. He changed up the tune. That's a rarity. Usually you sit there and play that same Pop Goes the Weasel thing 60 or 70 times. Oh, that's pretty funny. He's actually playing 2 tunes at the same time. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't recognize it. I mean, let's face it, it's not like they play complicated music. Yeah, he's actually got 2 of them running at the same time. So, yeah. That's not too annoying. Like, going on volume and amount wasn't enough. We're going pure cacophony. That'll bring them out. Sure. That's great. Well, sounds like he's gone to the far end of the lot. Good. At least he's not going to park right outside my window. Well, I guess he can't, actually. That great big delivery truck is there. And I have a feeling when it leaves, the ice cream truck will have to leave too, because it's might be a nice fat parking lot once you get into it, but it's a darn narrow road coming up to it, I'll tell you. So yeah, when that big 5-ton truck has to back out of here, yeah, there ain't going to be room for that ice cream vehicle. No. Oh, well, I didn't leave a very big row here, did we? Oh, come on, go back to the numbers. Well, it still goes up pretty fast. So it's not like there's no volume to it. Wow. I would much rather that just stayed on the number, you know. Or why could they not print the crop it was underneath it? I find it really disturbing when you're watching the numbers, especially for something like a harvester, you know, and because they won't stop when they're full. So you're watching it, and it's at 98%, 99%, and it switches over and tells you that it's corn you're harvesting. And then you start running through the crop at full speed. Every single time. Yeah. Wow, we're still going to have to make a few trips. Because, yeah, we're only, 3 rows in now? Plus whatever we've been leaving, because it just doesn't fit on, like, these big humps and stuff. Yeah. Woohoo! We may not even make it to the end of this row. And of course we're going to leave all kinds of blobs like that, which would be spots the harvester stopped or reached the end of the row. Alright, we're at 300,000 now, so we've only got another 50k. So I don't think we'll make the end of this row. Wow. I mean, the money is just crazy doing this. Yeah. 20,000 to go. 10,000 to go. Man, I should add another 0 on there. And we're done. That's her. Wow. Yeah. See what I mean by there's going to be a lot? So let's see what we get for this one. And then multiply it by what? 10? Well, 5. 5 anyways. Yeah, these are some pretty major little piles sitting here. And that thing, well, we don't really have a use for it. Should probably sell it. I mean, it was cheap enough, but it did cost money. So yeah, we're going to sell that off. It does a horrible job. I'm going to say the windrows are so overwhelming as it is that it just couldn't keep up. There we go, Pottinger Alpentop 300. Sell. Yes. Okay. Done and done. So that shows you just how heavy those rocks were in the trailer, eh? We're still managing 27K, 28 on good little downhill whoopsies. So yeah, and we were doing what, 15 with our load of stone? So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. You know? Hey, piggies, you still behaving? I hope you're using those masks I gave you. I thought that was pretty funny yesterday. They were all standing even distances apart. I'm going, man, that's how I feel at the grocery store these days. Alright, here it is. The big test. Alright, see how we do. From 27,000 to... Well, there's 67, that's 40,000. There's 60,000. 70. 80. 90. There's 100,000. 118,850. Alrighty. Like I say, we can pretty much count on pulling that out of there at least 5 times. Wow. Let's see. Oh, I should have started you up. Darn. Darn. My mistake. Oops. Yeah. You just keep doing that till you run out of fuel. We got to get back to the logging pretty quick. I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, is probably a good plan, is when I sell the next trailer here, the next forage wagon full, I'm gonna purchase that Ponzi. The Scorpion? Yeah. I think we'll just purchase it, because twice now I've paid lease on it. And it's gonna be another couple to go at least. So by the time that smoke clears, we're gonna be almost at a purchase price. So yeah, I think we're gonna, I believe it's 220K. And I think it's like 67,000 a day or something to lease. It's pretty ridiculous. Nah, it can't be right. Let's have a look here. Forestry. Buffalo Scorpion. Oh, it's 317K. Really? Why did I think it was... Maybe I've got a modded one that's that price. But 317... Oh, the lease is 25,000. So... Well, I guess. So we could actually lease it for 12 days. We've had it for 3. Well, I don't know. Maybe if we use the heck out of it, they'll give us a better deal. Of course, we've only got a half a row for half of this road. But we'll worry about that when we get to it. Indeed. This is going to be a big job. Big job. But I mean, whether it's 220,000 or 320,000, this straw will certainly pay for it. Yeah, this looks like a just pencil line of straw here, and yet it's still adding up quick, so no wonder these big windrows are filling the wagon. No, here's where we go back to the full row. So let's keep this wheel to the outside. There we go. Go finish this one off. So yeah, we've been having another little look at the new DLC for FS19. Which doesn't actually come out for another, what is it, 3 months or something? I thought this was something that was coming out fairly soon, but no, they are actually quite blatantly, actually. Let me get right down to it. Replacing what would have been FS21 with this DLC. They're even releasing it at the same time, because let's face it, that would have been, right, October 20th traditionally would have been the day we would have got the new game. And as it is, instead, a week or two later, they're going to release a DLC. Just want to be careful. I don't want to end up leaving 2 rows, because it looks like it fits, but it does not, believe me. It does not. And I really don't want to be doing that. Helper A has completed their task. Have they now? Yeah, see the wagon? It started getting too close to the middle of the pile, and the wagon starts rocking back and forth. You can see it's right off its wheels there. And that's the really weird part, is it doesn't do it in some sensible manner. You know, you think it would ride up the other way, because that's the side of the line we're on. Nope. Alright, so you're done, are you? Okay. That means that I need to do the rest of it myself. And in this case, really? Did you actually do that good a job? How the heck did you... I don't get it. How is it you managed to get this part done, but not this part? Huh? Or this part? Okay. Well, I mean, that's alright. You didn't leave much for me to have to catch up on, and that's a nice change, but weird. Just weird. Just weird. Okay, let's turn it on. See if we can get the rest of this done. There's the sheep. They're playing in the woods, 'cause that's what sheep do. Yeah. Alright, let's get this little bit of beatage here. Good stuff. And up you get. And down you get. Boom, 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 boom. Done and done. Do I have a fueling point here on the farm? I'm thinking maybe I don't, eh? I think that's probably not good that I let my fuel go down so low then. Oh well. I thought there was. I really thought there was. Well, there you go. No, I don't see one anywhere. I thought there was, though. I really do. Huh. Well, there you are. There you are. And with that, guys, I think I'm going to call the episode here. I will continue on with this for a while, apparently. And we'll see how far we've gotten by next time. If you enjoyed the episode, please do hit that like button. I noticed the interest in the series has dropped off a lot, so hopefully it's just people catching up. I know that middle of summer you get better things to do than sit here and watch YouTube channels. Well, at least this YouTube channel. So, till next time, take care of each other, folks, and stay the heck away from each other. Ciao for now.